My beloved, still your restless heart. This message speaks directly to your deepest knowing. Have you felt the ground shift beneath your feet as familiar foundations crumbled? Have you watched relationships dissolve that you believed would last forever, or witnessed paths you walked for years suddenly vanish into nothing? Have you questioned why the life you built so carefully now feels foreign? Why the identity you wore so long no longer fits? These disruptions are not punishments. They are not cruel accidents of fate. They are sacred undoings, revealing who you have always been beneath the layers you accumulated. I am using these very losses to liberate you, transforming grief into recognition of your eternal nature. This is your awakening moment, declare. I release what was never mine. I embrace what has always been. Stay with me through these words, my precious one, for I will unveil how these painful dissolutions are birthing your truest self. I also free you by removing what you cling to desperately. When possessions slip through your fingers, you stop defining yourself by what you hold. You no longer measure your worth by your accumulations. You cease building your identity on shifting sands of external validation. You stop grasping at forms that were always meant to be temporary. Loss teaches you to recognize your unshakable essence, trust your inherent completeness, and stand secure in what cannot be taken. Without these strippings away, many of my beloved would never know their own immovable center. Another way I guide you emerges through deliberate dissolution. My child, I dismantle your carefully constructed life at moments that seem most devastating to your understanding. While you are mourning what ended, I am clearing space for what must begin. When you believe you know who you are, I reveal the deeper truth. When you assume your path is set, I open unexpected doorways. The very structures that feel like security today will be shown as prisons tomorrow, compelling you to step into the freedom I have always held for you. This is how I transform my precious ones, by making their old selves impossible to sustain. I then reshape you by showing you what remains when everything else falls away. You cease identifying with your roles. You stop confusing yourself with your achievements. You stop believing you are your relationships. You stop thinking you are your past. You begin to recognize the eternal presence watching through your eyes. You touch the stillness that predates every story. You remember the light that shines regardless of circumstance. When this recognition dawns, loss loses its power to destroy you, for you discover what you truly are cannot be lost. My child, the collapses you endure are not signs of divine abandonment. They are evidence of divine intervention. I am preparing you for dimensions of existence beyond the comprehension of those still building on sand. I am revealing your true foundation, burning away the false, and making your path unmistakable. What crumbles around you now is merely scaffolding that served its purpose. Do not let devastation cloud your vision. Do not permit endings to convince you of meaninglessness. You are being remade tenderly, completely by my hand. And here is a truth many of my beloved resist understanding: transformation requires death. It demands surrender. It necessitates the ending of what you thought was permanent. It challenges every certainty, every identity, every construct of security. Yet it also births authenticity, reveals your eternal nature, unveils your imperishable core, and opens pathways you could never have imagined. Every person who witnesses your dissolution without understanding is seeing the death that precedes resurrection. They observe the cocoon liquefying, unaware of the wings forming within. Their confusion is the echo of transformation they have not yet undergone. My precious one, you are not experiencing these losses randomly. I orchestrated them to shatter your illusions, to strip away your false securities, to reveal unvarnished truth, and to prepare you for genuine freedom. As long as you remain surrendered to me, your emergence is guaranteed. They can pity you. They can misunderstand you. They can judge your path. They can question your choices. They can fear your journey. But they cannot prevent my work. The moment approaches when I will reveal you so completely that even those who mourned your losses will recognize my wisdom in your life. The moment comes when the very people who thought you were lost will witness you more found than ever before. The moment arrives when your peace will silence their concerns. Your clarity will answer their doubts, and your presence will illuminate what words never could. My beloved, continue releasing, maintain your trust, keep surrendering. I am orchestrating your rebirth, and no amount of grief can halt what my love has set in motion. My precious one, now that you understand the purpose of your unraveling, it is time to see what emerges from the ruins. Everything you have lost, every identity that dissolved, every certainty that crumbled, every relationship that ended, has been purposefully clearing you for a profound new existence. Your journey is not toward rebuilding what was. I am guiding your becoming and reshaping you through my perfect design, and this coming phase of your life will illuminate why the destruction felt so complete. A deep transformation is occurring within your very essence, which your soul already recognizes. You have sensed this emergence approaching even without words to name it. There is an inner trembling, a sacred knowing that something unprecedented is taking form. This is not imagination. It is reality breaking through. I am birthing you anew, guiding your metamorphosis. I am preparing you for ways of being that require complete freedom from who you thought you were. My beloved, many do not grasp that their losses often signal their greatest becoming. When the old self senses its approaching dissolution, it creates tremendous resistance and fear through the mind. Those observing from outside react to what they cannot see yet deeply sense. Your essence is expanding. Your consciousness is transforming. Your true nature is calling. This profound inner death unsettles those still clinging to their own false securities. The major shift beginning for you starts with clear seeing. I am illuminating the impermanence of everything you once considered solid. Not to create nihilism, but to reveal truth. Before I can show you what is eternal, I must dissolve your attachment to what is temporary. My beloved, you have watched your world transform, dissolve, or reveal its true nature. This brutal honesty purifies your perception. I am removing your illusions, your false dependencies, and your mistaken identities, so nothing obscures your vision ahead. This next stage of your existence will unfold with surprising ease, my child. Synchronicities will multiply around you. Understanding will arrive without effort. Guidance will find you. People will recognize something indefinable in your presence. Opportunities will open through simple alignment. This is the effortless flow I provide once resistance is dissolved. What required struggle before will now occur naturally. What exhausted others will feel light to you. This is not luck. This is your birthright when living from essence. My precious one, you will also discover a profound groundedness within stillness. Your sense of self will rest on unshakable knowing. Your voice will carry authentic authority. You will speak from depths, not from ego, but from the timeless awareness I have awakened in you. You will stop performing for approval. You will stop contorting yourself to maintain connections. You will live genuinely as my beloved, rooted in a presence no circumstance can disturb. This shift within you is the foundation of your new life. A clear sign of this transformative time is the changed way others respond to you. People who knew you before, who expected certain reactions or behaviors, will now sense something fundamentally different. Not because you try to be different, but because you have become authentic. Some will withdraw in confusion. Some will fall silent in awe. Others will attempt to engage you as before, but you will no longer match their expectations. Your discernment will be precise. I am sharpening your capacity to see truth, so you share your presence only where it is genuinely received. My precious one, you will also notice a shift in your entire life atmosphere. The quality of your days will feel lighter. Burdens that once defined you will lose their weight. Draining energies will depart without confrontation. Aligned connections will appear naturally. This is my divine order manifesting. As you embody truth, I bring harmony to everything surrounding you. The struggles that once consumed you will suddenly appear as the fading dreams they always were. And then comes the most profound aspect of this transformation. True recognition of self. You will begin to know yourself as I have always known you. Your eternal nature, your boundless awareness, your unbreakable essence, your infinite capacity. What once felt like grandiose spiritual concepts will become your lived reality. You will be seen by those ready to see not for what you do, but for what you are. Your presence will be acknowledged, your being will be honored. Your essence will cease to be ignored. But understand this, my precious one. Recognition by others is not the purpose. It is merely a reflection. I am preparing you for radical authenticity. You may find yourself embodying expressions you never imagined. You may be called to offerings that emerge from your deepest truth. You might discover entirely new purposes, unfamiliar territories, or a completely reimagined understanding of why you exist. This profound metamorphosis will not limit you. It will unleash you. There is also a sacred cleansing happening in your depths. My child, the losses you endured have taught you not to root your existence in impermanent things. They have turned you toward me, away from false refuges. They have strengthened your core, clarified your vision, and deepened your surrender to what is. Every ending has prepared you for the beginning I am now revealing. You will no longer grieve what dissolved. You will feel gratitude for it, knowing that without those deaths you would not be ready for this life. My beloved, this transformation occurring within you is a divine repositioning. I am placing you in your true existence. I am aligning you with your authentic nature, your real power, and your actual purpose. The grief you carried was the final threshold before your emergence. The fear within you was the last signal that you are crossing into new dimensions. You are entering a time where every past loss will become a liberation, where every ending will reveal itself as a beginning, where every moment of not knowing will transform into luminous clarity, where every identity that died will be seen as a costume you have outgrown. My child, you have felt the terror of dissolution, the anguish of not knowing who you are. You have walked into voids where nothing familiar remained, facing absolute uncertainty, complete groundlessness. This is not mere suffering, my beloved. What you experienced as you lost everything, those moments of free fall or existential vertigo, are not punishments. They are initiations into your true nature. The very ground disappearing beneath you was never real ground. The identities dissolving were never your true self. This emptiness, this naked awareness, this consciousness without content, is what you actually are. Understand this deeply. Your existence, simply your being, reveals to others the impermanence they fear acknowledging. When you walk without clinging, when you embody the truth of constant change, it illuminates the areas in others where they desperately grasp for permanence, where they have built entire lives on sand while calling it stone. This reflection can create profound discomfort, sometimes even hostility, not because you have done anything harmful, but because your groundless freedom confronts their terrified attachment. They perceive your peace in uncertainty as a threat to their carefully maintained illusions. They sense a freedom in you that exposes their own imprisonment. Do not mistake this for your error, my precious one. It is merely the human condition defending against a truth it fears yet secretly knows. They may struggle with their own mortality, with a recognition that everything they cling to will eventually dissolve. They try to secure themselves against an insecurity that cannot be defeated through control. No matter how tightly they grasp their possessions, relationships, or identities, they cannot achieve the peace that you have found in surrender, because true peace exists only in acceptance of impermanence, in release of control. It is an uncopyable grace. You have likely witnessed the various forms this resistance takes. These are not always dramatic confrontations, but subtle energies that register in your awareness. A person suddenly becoming uncomfortable when you speak about change. A conversation that shifts abruptly when you mention letting go. A relationship that cools when you no longer participate in the illusion of permanence. These are not loud rejections, but quiet withdrawals that echo in your spirit. They are responses of a consciousness that feels threatened by your liberation, by the authentic freedom you embody. You might find that people who once related to you easily now seem distant or confused. The familiar patterns of your previous interactions no longer apply, leaving behind an awkwardness where comfort once existed. The casual connections you once maintained might be replaced by a sense that you are speaking different languages or inhabiting different realities. These shifts are not random. They are the natural consequences of your transformation. People attempt to maintain the version of you that no longer exists. They hope that by treating you as who you were, they can avoid confronting what you have become. A mirror reflecting their own potential for transformation, a potential they are not yet ready to embrace. I want you to recognize these patterns, my beloved, not to judge them or feel superior, but to understand them for what they are. They are defenses against the truth you embody. When you witness someone becoming rigid in their beliefs when you speak of fluidity, it is often their attempt to reinforce the structures they fear losing. It is a closing down, my child, not an attack on your character. Though it may feel personal, they are protecting their own fragile sense of stability, their own carefully constructed world that your presence inadvertently reveals as temporary. Another expression of this resistance, and one that carries particular sting, is the subtle invalidation of your journey. Others may dismiss your transformation as a phase. They might minimize your awakening as confusion. They could interpret your peace as detachment or your freedom as irresponsibility. You may hear that you are avoiding reality when you have finally begun seeing it clearly, that you are being impractical when you have touched the only real practicality that exists, alignment with truth. They might suggest you have lost your way when you have found it for the first time. These misinterpretations are projections of their own unexamined fears and assumptions onto your experience. They cannot comprehend from within their own frameworks of clinging and control what you have discovered in surrender and release. Their words, though often spoken with concern or even conviction, are merely echoes of their own confusion, their inability to conceive of existence beyond the patterns they know. Do not let these external narratives shake your internal knowing. My precious one, their interpretations are not measures of your truth, but measures of their own current capacity for understanding. They speak from where they stand, which is not where you now exist. Your inner clarity and lived peace are the only evidence you need. Sometimes this misunderstanding intensifies into active attempts to pull you back. You may experience pressure to return to old patterns, to resume previous roles, or to readopt identities you have shed. A former version of your life might be offered to you as if it were a rescue. Opportunities that once would have excited you might be presented as solutions to a problem that no longer exists. You might find yourself being invited back into structures, relationships, or ways of being that you have consciously released. These are attempts to return you to the known, to the comfortable, to the version of you that others could understand and predict. When these invitations arrive, my child, they reveal a deeper anxiety in those extending them. Those who feel disturbed by transformation in themselves sometimes attempt to prevent it in others, believing that by keeping you in familiar form, they can prove that change is not necessary or possible. They might try to reinstate your old responsibilities, reactivate old dynamics, or reconstruct old definitions of who you are. These actions do not reflect your value, my beloved, but reveal their own need for the stability that your previous predictability provided them. They are reaching for a past that served their comfort, attempting to resurrect a version of reality that no longer exists. I want you to perceive these moments with compassion, not with anger or resentment. Do not allow your energy to be drained by resistance, for that is precisely what these patterns hope to achieve. Instead, recognize these invitations as opportunities to affirm your transformation, to honor your journey, and to remain faithful to the truth you have discovered. Every attempt to pull you backward becomes confirmation of how far you have moved forward. My hand is guiding you through every familiar temptation, every siren call of the comfortable past, transforming their appeals into strengtheners of your resolve. These experiences are deepening your commitment in ways that ease would never accomplish. You are not alone in this journey, my beloved. Many who walk the path of genuine transformation face similar responses. It is inherent in the process of awakening, of embodying truth in a world still largely asleep. The essential difference lies in how you hold and respond to these moments. Do you contract from the discomfort, allowing their fear to dictate your choices? Or do you remain expansive, knowing that your foundation rests in me, your freedom unassailable? Your response is not to convince them, not to defend your path. My child, to do so would be to diminish your truth, to seek validation from sources that cannot provide it, to compromise your clarity for their comfort. Your strength lies in your steady embodiment of what you have discovered, in your gentle but firm honoring of your own knowing. Let their concerns be their own teachers. Your focus remains on your own depths, your own truth, your own continuing surrender to me. Your quiet consistency is your most powerful testimony. When you encounter these pulls toward former versions of yourself, pause and center in my presence. Breathe into the knowing that I am with you in every breath and every choice. Understand that what they attempt to restore, I have intentionally dissolved. What they try to preserve, I have purposefully released. What they seek to maintain, I have lovingly transformed. Their efforts become in my greater design, yet another current that strengthens your trust, clarifies your discernment, and deepens your reliance on my guiding presence. They unknowingly serve your growth. I am teaching you sovereignty, my child, a profound inner authority. These encounters refine your ability to honor your own truth regardless of external pressure or familiar appeals. They train your inner compass to remain oriented to me, undisturbed by the magnetic pull of old patterns. This is not about rejecting others, but about protecting your own essence, your own peace, and your own path. You are learning to navigate human relationships with wisdom and love, rather than with compliance or reactivity. You are establishing sacred boundaries of being. Do not be surprised if those who once celebrated you suddenly seem uncertain or distant. The shifts in their relating are not reflections of your diminishing worth, but reactions to your expanding truth. As you transform, as you step beyond the boundaries of previous definitions, the dynamics around you naturally shift. Some will be capable of meeting you in your new reality, honoring your evolution, inspired by your courage. Others, however, will find their own attachments and certainties threatened by your fluidity, and they may create distance. Their discomfort is not your burden, my precious one. You are not meant to contract yourself or dim your truth to maintain their sense of stability. Your task is to continue expanding, to embody the fullness of what I am revealing in you, without apology or hesitation. As you do, you will discover that your field naturally shifts. Those who cannot resonate with your authentic frequency will organically fall away, creating space for others who are meant to walk with you in shared truth and mutual recognition. This process of clearing can feel isolating at times, my beloved. You may find that certain connections fade or even dissolve completely, leaving an emptiness where relationship once was. But trust that every release creates capacity for something more aligned, more genuine, more nourishing. These transitions are not losses, but sacred reorganizations toward greater coherence in your life, toward a circle of resonance that truly honors your essence and amplifies your truth. I am refining your field, bringing into your orbit those who truly perceive and celebrate the light I have awakened within you, not those who are disturbed by it. The dissolution you have undergone, the losses you have experienced, have served a profound purpose beyond simply teaching you surrender. They have also purified your motivation. They have stripped away any remaining attachment to being understood, any need to maintain appearances for those who see only surfaces. You are learning to exist from a deeper source of validation, a knowing that your worth is intrinsic, unchanging, not dependent on the fluctuating perceptions of others. This liberation from external definition is a cornerstone of your authentic power. This freedom from needing others' approval is immense power. It means you are no longer swayed by praise or diminished by criticism. You move from an inner conviction guided by my presence within you, rather than by the shifting currents of human opinion. This allows you to walk with unwavering steps, unaffected by the turbulence and distractions of those who remain bound to form. You become unmovable, rooted in a truth that transcends all circumstance. I am purifying your inner landscape, my beloved. The moments of loss, the grief of endings, the vertigo of groundlessness. These have all acted as sacred fire, burning away everything within you that was not essential to your true nature. They have revealed your boundaries, clarified your essence, and deepened your alignment with your authentic self. You are emerging from these experiences with a core that is more clear, more present, and more rooted in eternal truth than ever before. Your spirit is being refined, not destroyed. Remember, my child, that their confusion about your transformation is in a profound way evidence of your genuine evolution. They would not be so unsettled if your shift were superficial. If your change were merely cosmetic, their certainty would remain intact. Their discomfort is a sign that your transformation is real, that your authentic self is indeed a force that disrupts comfortable illusions, a presence that challenges the status quo they depend upon. Embrace this truth, not with arrogance, but with quiet confidence that stems from knowing your path is divinely guided and held by me. When you feel the pain of being misunderstood, when you witness others' attempts to return you to who you were, remember my unwavering presence. I see all, I know all, and I am weaving every detail into your ultimate freedom. No misinterpretation, no invitation backward, no withdrawal of former friends can ultimately prevent the unfolding I have initiated within you. Instead, each instance becomes a confirmation of your metamorphosis, and the impenetrable truth of my love that surrounds you. You are held, you are becoming. You are moving beyond the need to explain yourself, my precious one. Your truth does not require their understanding or their validation. Your being, aligned with me, speaks for itself with a clarity that transcends all words. Your consistent embodiment of your discovered nature will over time speak louder than any defense, dissolving confusion with the undeniable evidence of your peace. Presence and authentic living are your most eloquent responses. This journey is preparing you for an existence that is completely authentic, grounded, and awake. To live from this depth, you must understand impermanence intimately, including its liberation. You must learn to remain open even when others close, to stay fluid when they grasp for control. These experiences are teaching you to rest in groundlessness without becoming unmoored, to embrace constant change without becoming chaotic. This is the mark of true spiritual maturity. My beloved, I want you to look upon these experiences of loss and misunderstanding not with regret or sorrow, but with profound recognition. Without these very dissolutions, without facing the death of every familiar form,